guys, welcome to the Everett Silver Show. We have exciting guests as we do every week, and so I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm always bringing it to you, so thanks so much for staying in tune with us. Stay connected. You're watching the Everett Silver Show. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for doing the show today. What a pleasure to have you both. Sidney, I got to tell you, I'm a fan, so I've watched it many times, so I'm a fan.
Thank you. I
But
appreciate that.
wanted to just thank my special guest for joining us today. We're kind of joined by four-time Olympian gold medalist Sidney Mclaughlin-Levrone. She's here with her father Willie as well, and a three-time All-American track star, heart transplant recipient, who's kind of helping launch the track with HCM, a new awareness campaign that we got to talk about the most common hereditary and heart disease, and so. With that being said, Sidney, you are a four-time Olympian gold medalist, world record holder, and now recently won gold for 2025 World Athletics Championship. How did you feel to achieve, first of all, that milestone? And congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a huge blessing, a huge honor to just be able to compete and represent our country, and be able to walk away with the gold was a very special feeling.
Now, Sidney, what can you tell us about the campaign and why are you getting involved with this?
Yes, On Track with HCM is an awareness campaign in collaboration with Cytokinetics that my father and I are doing to just be able to bring awareness and support to anyone who might be navigating the disease. And for me personally, it's close to home, getting to tell my dad's story. We're excited to be able to share that information with those who may already know they have the disease or those who may be curious and not sure, and just be able to have that information available to them and resources that they can have at their disposal.
Willie, tell us about your experience with HCM.
I started my HCM journey at age 25. This is a couple of years after I had finished competing as a college athlete, and I had gone to a routine physical where my doctor determined that I had an irregular EKG reading. So he referred me to a cardiologist who did an echocardiogram to determine that I had cardiomyopathy, which was later determined to be hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. And for those who don't know, what HCM does is it affects the heart, which is a muscle, and the walls of the heart get thickened over time. And at age 25, I had a slight thickness, but it didn't affect me and I had no symptoms. So I went on with life. I did not experience symptoms until I was in my late 30s. That's when I started experiencing things like fatigue, shortness of breath, high blood pressure, and an irregular heartbeat. And over time, those symptoms began to increase. And as a older person, I started thinking I was just getting older or putting on weight and being out of shape, but they really were symptoms of HCM, which quite frankly is a very common undiagnosed disease, which affects 1 in 350 Americans. So I realized also my brothers and sisters also had this disease. And over time, as the symptoms increased, I reached a point where I needed a life-saving heart transplant because I had reached the end phase, or what they call the burnout phase of HCM, where I was approaching heart failure.
Well, I got to tell you, I don't know what you're doing to look as good as you look now, because I tell you, is there a product for that, sir?
Really? Good living.
But now, Sidney, what are some of the parallels in kind of managing challenges, though, in track and as a family member of someone living with HCM?
Yeah, I think whether it's, on the track or somebody dealing with HCM, there's going to be hurdles. There's going to be at times setbacks and challenges and, great seasons and more rough seasons. And I think, being able to tell my dad's story, I've learned a lot about him. And at times, just like in track, he felt like it was a solo race and it was just him kind of running through. But there's also relays. And I think that's something that he's realized along the journey is that there's other people he can lean on and depend on during this time. And that's what we're trying to encourage people, is that, you know, there's support out there, there's information, there's help, and we want to be able to tell his story and help encourage others to, you know, understand that they're not alone and that there's also resources available to them.
And then Willie, what do you hope people will kind of take away from this campaign?
What I want people to take away from this campaign is that you're not alone with this. Back when 30 years ago, when I first found that I had HCM, there was no internet. So I had no resources to be able to go and to find community or find information regarding the disease. Now with ontrackwithhcm.com, you can go there, you can hear our story, you can learn how we as a family dealt with it. There are links to other communities to be able to support those who have HCM and to just be able to understand a little bit more about the disease.
Well, again, I want to thank you guys so much for doing the show, and Sidney, for your platform and things that you're doing to kind of bring awareness to it. Again, guys, make sure you go to ontrackwithhcm.com to find out further information on what we discussed today. Again, an honor to have four-time gold medalist Sidney Mclaughlin-Levrone here with us. Also, Mr. Willie, her father, McLaughlin, had been here. Guys, thank you so much. He's also a three-time All-American track star. And so thank you guys for just this platform, and we can't do anything without information. So thank you for doing the show today.
Thank you, Everett.
Thank you for having us on, Everett.
You're so welcome. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye. Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning into the Everett Silver Show. Stay tuned. Don't turn that dial, because we got more exciting guests right here on the Everett Silver Show. Be back in a moment. Listen, glad to have you guys, and so thank you so much for joining us today. Well, folks, we got to talk about what a wonderful privilege to have Art Alexakis is here with us. The iconic frontman of the multi-platinum rock and band Everett is kind of opening up about his battle with relapsing multiple sclerosis, which we know is an MS. That he received nearly a decade ago. But despite living with MS, Art continues to perform, tour, inspire others with his resilience. And now joining us also is neurologist Dr. Regina Berkovich is here with us to talk about that journey, treatment, and also share special hope for the MS community. Art, I start with you again. What a pleasure, man. I'm a fan as well, but thank you so much for doing the show. But you have an incredible career fronting Everett, man. Can you share, though, what led to the MS diagnosis and how you first learned something may be wrong?
Well, thanks for having us on, Everett. Great to talk to you. Yeah, about 15 years ago or so, I started experiencing different symptoms like balance when I was walking or trying to even play on stage. That it was a little bit more difficult to play guitar and sing, and fatigue and just vision impairment. But I thought it might be age. I was getting into my 50s. But as those symptoms persisted, I went to a doctor, and after examination and an MRI, I was diagnosed with MS. And I've been dealing with it and working with it every day since.
Well, I got to tell you, thank you so much for just even coming to talk about your story, because you're using your platform and folks are listening. But Dr. Berkovich, talk about what is MS, and then what are some of the symptoms?
So you heard Art talking about his symptoms, and those are somewhat common in MS, among others, because MS is a chronic condition affecting the central nervous system. And it is not a rare condition. About 3 million of people are living worldwide with it. Any function of the central nervous system can get affected, and symptoms relate to that. So that can be vision loss, issues with balance, bladder control, emotions, memory, the sensation in any part of the body, weakness, fatigue. So those multiple symptoms can combine in different ways in different individuals. That's why people living with MS usually have very unique set of symptoms. But anyone who was experiencing some of those symptoms and on a regular basis really should take them seriously and probably get evaluated.
Now, Dr. Volkovich, you've been working closely with our managing MS. Can you kind of talk about the role of treatments that plays a helping, people with, relapse in MS?
Certainly. So there are many treatments out there, more than 20, in fact, and they have been called disease-modifying therapies for a good reason, because they are designed to modify, improve the long-term prognosis of MS. But they're not the same, and they work differently for different people. So if someone has experienced 1, 2, or even 3 therapies, trust me, you haven't seen it all. So there are more options available for you. For example, Tysabri, that worked for ART, or natalizumab by Biogen, who is we're here with today, is a monthly infusion. It's approved by FDA for relapsing forms of MS and has shown to slow down MS progression, reduce the risk of MS relapses. Associated with the risk of PML, progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy, which may lead to death or disability. That's why if you're living with MS, thinking about this therapy, you should talk to your doctor. And if you would like to have a full information, go to tysabri.com.
Now, Art, you've been living with MS. How has it impacted your day-to-day life?
Well, it makes everything a little bit harder. And I work out every day. I swim every day. I've changed my diet. I stay away from inflammatory foods. I go to physical therapy 3 times a week. I work hard on my sober program, so that helps me spiritually and emotionally. And I take my treatment every month. I take an infusion of Tysabri, and it really works with my lifestyle. If I just got done touring for 4 months, I'd come home every month for a day off, get Tysabri, and then go back and get at it. And I'm just very grateful, and I feel blessed that I'm able to do what I've been doing my whole life and what I've dreamed of doing my whole life. I'm 63 years old, and I'm still living the dream of playing rock and roll.
Okay, Art, you got to tell me, what are you doing to look young, man, like that? You don't look like you've been through anything, man. You got to tell me what the secret is.
Now, working with great people like Dr. Berkovich and just having a great family. And man, I think rock and roll is a healing thing. I think it keeps me young. And going out there and playing, and even though we're a band from the 90s, the young kids are coming out to the show. I'd say 25% of the kids that are coming out are teenagers and people in their 20s. Even Dr. Berkovich's son knows who we are, which is amazing.
Indeed.
And he's 18.
That's right.
And then, all right, give us some last minute takeaways, man, that you want to kind of share with my audience. Just remembering that, it's really a brighter side to just dealing with what you have to deal with.
Absolutely. The monster isn't as scary as you think it is. You're not alone. Or like the doctor said, over 3 million people have it in this country. And it's just one of those things that you're not alone. It can be dealt with. You need to take care of yourself. If you have questions, if you hear me talking about my experience or what Dr. Berkovich was saying about symptoms, please go to a doctor, ask questions. If you don't like what that doctor says, go to another doctor. There's so much help out there. There's so many resources. And if you have questions about Tysabri, please go to tysabri.com, tysabri.com. Thank you very much for having us. Great talking to you, Everett.
Man, what a pleasure. You're so welcome. What a pleasure. We got to get this information out. But I tell you, Make sure you leave again that secret ingredient, that rock band. Y'all got a lot of energy, man, and you don't look like anything's bothering you. Thanks for doing the show, guys. And guys, what a pleasure again to have our Alexakis, man, the multi-platinum rock band Everclear, man. What a pleasure to have you. Also, neurologist Dr. Regina Berkovich. Thank you so much, guys, and appreciate you doing the show.
Thank you, Everett.
Thank
More
you.
guests coming your way. Don't touch that dial. Be back in a moment. Well, as we look at the United States is kind of expected to have more adults over the age of 65 than children by 2034. The demand for trusted, compassion home care is rapidly kind of accelerating. In honor of National Caregivers Day, we're joined by home instead neurologist and caregiving advocate Dr. Lakeman Eckenberger, and also Homestead Care Pro Maureen Walsh is kind of with us, kind of talk about caregiving and what's behind that. And so, guys, thank you so much. Dr. Lakeland, tell us about the Homestead and how does it help families?
Yes, happy to. Home Instead provides in-home care for older adults, helping them age safely and comfortably with dignity and joy in the place they love most, their homes. And for more than 30 years, we've supported families through personalized, relationship-based care delivered by trained care pros in communities across the world. Our care pros assist with everyday needs like personal care, companionship, meal preparation, mobility support, and also specialized care for people living with memory loss or chronic conditions. And we take a connected care approach, combining relationship-based support with technology that provides real-time updates and shared care information so families feel informed and confident even when they can't be there. And today, Home Instead has more than 650 locations across the US and Canada, and over 60,000 care pros providing trusted care to families every day.
Now, caregiving can kind of deeply be meaningful, but also can be complex for both older adults and their families. So what do you want people to kind of understand about caregiving and kind of the role care pros play?
Yeah. Well, caregiving is about so much more than completing tasks. It's about building relationships. And so our care pros take time to really get to know the people they're supporting, their routines, preferences, personalities, what brings them comfort and joy. And then that consistency, it builds trust in the home. It helps the older adult feel safe, respected, and understood day to day. And over time, that steady presence allows the care pro to anticipate needs and adapt as their needs change. And they also play an important role for families. They really step in to provide support and respite, and care pros give family members the chance to just be, the son or daughter again, enjoy meaningful time with their parent, focus on connection and not coordination. And I think that's what makes home care so powerful. When that trust grows, the care pro often becomes more than just a caregiver. They really become an extension of the family.
Now, Maureen, Homestead has kind of a long history of recognizing caregivers. Can you tell us about that?
Well, Dr. Lakeland, you probably know more, so
why
don't you answer that one?
Well, Maureen is one of our special care pros. Each year, we recognize care pros on National Caregivers Day. For over 30 years, we've had our Care Pro of the Year program, honoring those that go above and beyond. And this year, we're honoring 10 care pros from across the US and Canada, including Maureen, who's here with us today. And they really represent the best of what care looks like, compassion, skill, reliability, and genuine human connection. And we know that when our care pros feel supported and valued, it really shows up in the care they provide in the lives of the older adults and families they support.
Now, I also want to say congratulations again, Maureen. Why did you decide to become a care pro?
Well, I've been with Home Instead since 2019. I come from a caregiving family of doctors and nurses and other health professionals. And even though I did not go into that area as a career, I did grow up in that atmosphere of caring and wanting to serve other people. So later in life, when I was looking for part-time work, I wanted to work with people in a way that was meaningful to me and also to them. And when I started as a care pro with Home Instead, it just seemed like a natural fit. I have enjoyed listening to clients sharing their history, and as older adults, they have lived through periods of history that I have not. So I get a lot from them, and then in turn, I feel like I give back with the care I provide, sometimes very personal care, and also with companionship and serving in a meaningful way and developing a relationship with both the client and also with their families.
And then Dr. Lakeland, viewers may kind of, be interested because some of them are caring for their loved ones or just starting to think about support. How can they find Homestead?
Yeah, well, they can visit homeinstead.com, and there they'll find local offices in their area and also the care and support that's provided locally.
And then is there any last minute things you want to make awareness? And again, thank you guys and Maureen for sharing your story as well.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I think we're just grateful that you have had us on to celebrate caregivers and what they can do to give back to older adults and their families. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Everett. So,
I want to again thank gerontologist and also caregiving advocate Dr. Lakeland Etchenberger, and also Homestead Care Pro Maureen Walsh. Thank you guys for doing the show. What a pleasure to have you both.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
More guests coming your way. Don't touch that dial. Be back in a moment. Hey, Joann, how's it going?
Everett. Okay, how are you? Where have you
doing
been all my
wonderful.
night?
It's always a pleasure to have my friend on.
Yay!
Well, folks, it is National Nutrition Month, and I have lifestyle editor Joann Butler here to join us with some of the scoop on the latest and greatest to kind of help us stick to a healthier lifestyle. And so, Joann, where did we start? And again, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Everett. Well, 57% of sparkling water drinkers reach for it in the morning. 35% are looking for something without sugar or sweeteners. This is my go-to. It's Waterloo sparkling water. These are custom crafted, naturally flavored, no sugar, sweeteners, or calories at all, just super bright and full of flavor. And they have a ton of them, including 3 new ones that are perfect for a refreshing start to the day. Banana Berry Bliss, which tastes like creamy ripe banana with sweet berry notes and a hint of orange for tartness. I love the Melon Medley too. This one blends notes of sweet watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew. And they brought back last summer's fan favorite, Lemon Italian Ice. So now you can get this one all year round. This is sweet and lemony with sour notes. One sip and you feel like you're literally on the beach. I love these. They're amazing straight from the can or for making mocktails, which we did here. This is Zesty Italian Ice Sunset mocktail. We used a little muddled lemon, orange, and tangerine. A ton of nutrients in the rind, by the way, especially in lemons. These are just a really win-win, better for you option when it comes to sparkling water. Check them out at drinkwaterloo.com and at your favorite grocery stores. Now up next, I've been really trying to level up on my protein goals, and one of my favorite ways to do that is with Premier Protein. These are high protein shakes that just give you the fuel you need to get up and go every single day, whether it's a hard workout or just a regular day of busy life. It gets you through. Each shake packs 30 grams of protein with 160 calories, no added sugar. There are more than 12 flavors, so there's something for everyone. I love the vanilla, the caramel, the cafe latte. They're just so delicious and really smooth and creamy. It just makes you want to stick to your goals, which is everything. And you can find Premier Protein at Amazon and Walmart and other retailers nationwide. And they're doing something neat. They really believe that healthier communities start with the people who serve them. And they have a Shakes for Shifts initiative that fuels those on the front lines. And this month, for National Nutrition Month, they're honoring nurses who help communities stay healthy and thriving by challenging them to focus on realistic habits that help them refuel and recharge throughout their busy days. Healthy Nurse, healthynation.org to learn more about this. Basically a free wellness program for nurses, so it's really neat. By the way, Everett, this tastes amazing in coffee, Proffee, it's called. Nurses love that too for their long shifts. And I love it because I have a 20-hour day today, Everett, so this is keeping me going today.
I love that. I love that. That is so.
Check it out.
And then, we can always just count on you. But I love how everything is just so healthy.
Yes. It's all about making, smarter choices. Just little tweaks, every day add up to a big difference.
That's right. And then any last minute tips, and then where do we go for further information?
Check out our website, lifeminute.tv. We'll have more wellness tips for you there and more info and all these goodies.
Lifeminute.tv is where you want to go to, my friend, lifestyle editor Joann Butler. I tell you, thanks so much, Joann. Always a pleasure.
Everett, ditto. Great to talk to you. Stay well.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Okay,
all right,
bye.
bye-bye. More guests coming your way. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back in a moment.
Hey you guys, Kendra here. Welcome to another edition of Beauty and Inspirations right here on the Everett Silver Show, where it is our goal to inspire you from the inside out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's get started. I'm going to show you some spring and summer fragrances I think will be great additions to your collection. First up, we're going to the House of Mugler. This is Angel Au Corsaire 2019 edition. This is tropical goodness. You have mango, you have grapefruit, you have pralines, and you have patchouli. You guys, this is just so great. If you want to feel like you're on a tropical island, check out Angel Au Corsaire 2019 edition. I also have a sample of Au Corsaire 2020 edition. This is fig nectar and magnolia, as well as patchouli and praline. Again, you're going to feel like you're on a tropical island with these fragrances. So check out the House of Mugler, Angel Au Corsaire 2019 and 2020 edition. Next up, I have a fragrance for those of you who like wood notes. This is Swiss Arabian's Anara Oud. This is great. This is notes of peach and raspberry, oud, vanilla. This is so wonderful. This reminds me of a nice vanilla sundae with fruit on top. So check out Swiss Arabian's Anara Oud. So the next two fragrances I'm going to show you come from the House of Dolce & Gabbana. First up, I have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. This is for you ladies out here who like crisp, fresh fragrances. If you like apple and lemon, this is right up your alley. This is apple, this is lemon, this is wood notes. This is real good, very refreshing. For you gentlemen, I haven't forgotten about you. I have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme. Again, you've got lemon, apple, and wood notes. I think this will make for great, refreshing fragrance to add to your collection, gentlemen. So check out Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. And the last fragrance that I'm going to show you is a rose-scented fragrance. You know, for the springtime, I definitely think about roses and all kinds of blossoms of flowers. I have for you Parfums de Marly Delina. Delina is a delicate yet complex fragrance. You've got lots of notes: Turkish rose, vanilla, bergamot, rhubarb. This is so good, you guys. You can wear this to many occasions, many events. Let's say for weddings, this is perfect for weddings and brunches, teas. Very delicate but complex scent. If you're looking for a signature rose scent, why not check out Parfums de Marly Delina. This is it, you guys. My spring and summer fragrance is coming to you. And until the next time, you keep it beautiful and I'll keep inspiring. God bless.
Seems like forever is coming. I can't believe